So I'm gonna be doing my quick shift or short shift install. Got the shifter, got some panel pry bars, number 2 Japanese industrial standard screwdriver, several sockets, 10, 12, and 13 millimeter. Also a little magnet here. As when you get into the shifter, the magnet will help you keep you from losing any nuts and bolts. Alright, so before we begin, have to basically take off the shift knob, right? So that just unscrews, right? Clockwise is tight, counterclockwise is loosened. So basically lefty loosey. So take it off. And before I go further, I actually want to measure the throw. Alright, so I have a tape measure here. Hopefully we could see this from your point of view anyways. So now it's in neutral. I'm gonna go to third gear. It's kind of don't have space for my measure tape. Okay, so I'm gonna try to measure it from the center of the shifter. So I'm in third gear right now, center of the shifter. I'm gonna hold it there to fourth gear. So that's about 3 inches, or just shy of 3 inches. So the travel here is 3 inches from third to fourth. Let's actually try first gear. That's first. Yeah, about the same, about 3 inches. Let's try fifth gear. So the 56 is a little bit more. 56 is not quite 3 1/4. It looks like it's like 3 1/8 or so. So just a little bit more. So let's call it 3 inches in travel from one to the other. So actually, just let me look. So I'm in neutral right now. Let's leave it at. Actually, just put it back to that. Yeah, neutral is at halfway, 1.5 inches. Okay, so we know the throw is 3 inches. Let's see, what else do we need to do? It's a good idea to get a couple of rags. I have a couple of rags, old t-shirt, old underwear. I have a bottle of denatured alcohol here for a little later. Also have some I have a little a razor blade here. That's for a little later as well. Alright, so let's get started then. So first thing we need to do, or I need to do I should say, is take off this basically this bezel here. Man, it's all dirty. So that's what you use your trim tool. Alright, so I'm gonna pick out a trim tool. Oh. Woof. That was not good. Alright, that was the me knocking over the tripod. Let's see if I can set the tripod, or my gimbal I should say. Oh, that's what it is. It's actually this. Oops. Now it's not balanced. That's the thing with the gimbal, is you have to balance the phone in the gimbal. Otherwise it wears out the gimbal kind of fast. Or it wears out the batteries kind of fast. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Let me try maybe let me try doing it so that way it's not that way I'm not like on it. Let's try this way. So when I say I'm not on, I meaning I'm not on. Man, it's not staying still. Tripod is not staying still. Dang it. And you hear the neighbors. I'm not sure you guys can hear the neighbors, but I can hear the neighbors. They're always bitching and moaning and screaming. Neighbors are real noisy. Really, really noisy. Okay, I think that's as close as I could get, I think. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Alright, let's see. So I need to pry this off. Let me try this little spatula looking thing right here. See if that works. Oh man, it's kind of oops, kind of too thick. I need something thinner. Let's see, a little thinner. Let's see if this works. Man, that's still too thick. Tell me this tool set I got is too doesn't work. Actually, this one looks pretty good. It looks pretty thin, or thinner. I should say. I shouldn't say it's thin, but I should say it's thinner. Okay, I got it. It's kind of popping off. Oops. Oh man. Stick something else in there. The wedge in there. Once you get it up, well, get one side up anyways. You should probably just work your way around. Work your way around. Should probably just pop this thing up. Stuff out of the way, keys and such. Let's see. Okay. Slowly but surely. Okay, that came off. And so this plastic thing, it's all one piece like so, with the plastic thing on there. So the silver piece actually, let me see. Actually, the silver piece does. The silver bezel does detach from the black plastic piece. It's kind of tough though. Oh shit! God damn it! I just broke a piece right here. I just broke this piece. Damn it! That sucked. Actually, you know what? The silver piece doesn't come off. It does come off, but you have to unscrew it. The two screws here. Dang it! I just broke a freaking piece. That's just great. Hopefully I could glue it back. That sucked. Alright, so I'll deal with that later. Okay. We got to that part. Let's I'll put my my prying parts or tools away, or to the side. Let's look at what we have here now. So now we have to basically unscrew these two. So this is part of this plastic piece here, this plastic cover on the sides, and the center cover basically. Let's see, do I have anything else here? Nope. So make sure you empty your center console and anything like that. now I have my little Japanese screwdriver here. You know, it looks like a Phillips, but it's not. That's the difference. The geometry of it is that's different. And you could use a Phillips if you don't have a Phillips, or excuse me, if you don't have a Japanese screwdriver, you could use a Phillips. But it doesn't sit. Doesn't seat right here. Doesn't seat nice and tight. If you use a Phillips, the screw here will actually it has a kind of a loose fit. It wobbles. What you can do is you can actually grind the tip with the Phillips like a millimeter or so, maybe a little bit more, and that will take care of that. So this part right here, you have to basically lift up this plastic piece, and you have to lift it up really carefully. There's also plastic tabs there as well, so you have to be careful with that. I believe, you know, Craven Speed talked about this as well. They mention it in their instructions, and they said that on the back somewhere there's like 2 tabs that are kind of fragile, so when you lift the center piece off, you have to be real careful of it, otherwise it could break. Just like I broke that little center piece earlier. Let's see. Seems like the cup holder bracket is holding. I don't see any screws here, nuts. I don't see nothing in here either. So this is off. Okay, there it goes. So pop that off. Hopefully I didn't break nothing. Okay, so that pops off. And your little boot here will slide out of your brake handle, but we actually have to disconnect the control here. So underneath here there's a little plug that we actually could disconnect, and just I'll show you guys that when I have it unplugged, and show you where I unclipped it. Okay, so that's off. We'll slide that off. That's off. Alright, so here's that plug right here. It plugs right in. Here's the plug. Actually, let me move that camera. So here's the plug right here, and it plugs right into this spot right here. So basically, you have to find where on this plug here, you have to find a spot here, and you just push this in right here where my thumb is. You push that in, and it unclips, and you just pops right off. Okay. Junk in here, so I don't see nothing broken. Let's see, on this side I don't see nothing broken. So these were the 2 clips right here. Clip here and clip on this side that was holding the back. So you just lift it straight up, and you know, and kind of take it easy. Don't force it. Okay, so that's off. All right, so now I actually get to the shifter. Okay, let's look at the shifter. Let's see. Brake handle's in the way. Let me see if I could adjust my camera a little bit. Man, the brake handle's right in the way. Let me, I'm parked kind of on a slope, so I can't stick it in neutral. Let me try doing something else. Let's see if this works. Like so. Okay, hopefully that works. If I don't bump that. So I believe these are 10 millimeters right here. But before we do that, let's lift this foam up. Piece of foam here. So yeah, so I think that's a 10 millimeter. See how many? It's 15 minutes past already. I'll try to keep this. Actually, let me do another video, second part.